Good morning to all the dignitaries, guests. With a great joy and immense exaltation, I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all the participants who participated here virtually for the third day of Faculty Development Program on Enriching Learning Practices in the Dynamic Environment. Our institution legends, correspondent Sir Thiru K. Palanisamy Sir, Principal Dr. N. Raman Sir, heads of various departments who support us in all ways and significantly contribute to the value creation process. Sky is not the limit when there are footprints on the moon. Now, I invite our member, Ms. Manju Ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Business Administration with Computer Application, to give introduction about our honorable resource person.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our resource person, Dr. R. Subramania Bharati, Assistant Professor, Periyar Institute of Management Studies, Periyar University, Salem, for the day. He has completed MBA, MSW, MSc Psychology, and has also qualified the NET exam in management. He has done his PhD in management from Periyar University. He has a teaching experience of more than 20 years. He is an inspection committee member of Affiliated Colleges of Periyar University for BBA and MPhil. He is a doctoral committee member of Affiliated Colleges of Periyar University. He is the PhD thesis adjudicator at Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. He is the MPhil thesis adjudicator at Bardiyar University, Coimbatore. He is a member of MBA Staff Selection Board for various colleges like Vaishya College, Salem, Vinayaka Mission University, Salem, and Kandan College of Arts and Science, Erode. He was appointed as NSS Program Officer in 2009. He is the coordinator of various cells like Soft Skills Training and Development Cell, IIP Cell, and Junior JCS Wing, PRIMS, Periyar University. He is a nodal officer at Entrepreneurship Development Institute, Chennai. He was appointed as Public Relation Officer in 2011. He has completed a major research project of rupees 6,04,600 funded by UGC. He is an active member of Junior Chamber International, National Institute of Personal Management, and Madras Management Association, Salem chapter. He is an advisory board member of Entrepreneurship Development Cell at Sona College of Technology, Salem, and SSM Polytechnic College, Kumarapalayam. He has delivered a special lecture in reputed institutions within the country and outside for various topics. He has presented and published many research articles and papers. He has also written 9 books for Periyar University publication. These are his privileged works, and I wish that you would do many more achievements in future also, sir. Once again, we heartily welcome you, sir. Now I hand over this session to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for the nice introduction.
Okay.
Shall we start with sharing the screen, ma'am? Shall I share
Sir?
the screen, ma'am? Shall I
Sure,
share
sir.
the
Sure,
Yes.
sir.
Oh,
Yes.
Now you
okay,
can.
sir. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Sir.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yes, sir. Okay. So once again, I extend sincere thanks to the college management and the principal, sir, and also Vishnu sir, HOD, and other HOD ma'am, and faculty members, and again fellow colleagues for giving this wonderful opportunity to interact with you all. And really, I must appreciate. So Sarah said that 1 to 1.5 hours. This is the time limit we can go for this particular session. Whether my audio, other things are okay for all of you? No problem.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay, right. So now and then I'll be just asking whether it is working or not, or somebody says that okay, like so somebody can help me along with the things, like okay. So as madam has introduced me again, I also wanted to add some more thing. Actually, I'm just coordinating the Swayam cell at the Periyar University. Again, we have got a major research project from ICSSR related to the this e-learning resources, how e-learning resources are being used by the affiliate college teachers. And a major research project is going on. I am being the principal investigator in it also. Okay. So coming back to the concept or the theme of this particular workshop, 5 days online faculty development program on enriching learning practices in dynamic environment. Okay. So all our faculty members, so you are a fellow travelers of mine. Okay. So are you all comfortable with both in the English and Tamil? So Vishnu sir, shall I go in both
Yes,
in English
sir.
and Tamil?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. No problem. But many of them joining from outside the Tamil Nadu also.
Yeah, then I can go with the English.
Okay,
No
okay,
problem.
okay, sir.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so past 18 years, I am in this particular teaching field. So my father was a teacher, I was a student, and of course, I am dealing with the students of past 18 years. So passionate in teaching field that I can define my own career goal. Like so passionate towards a continuous learner, I can also say like that. Okay, so if you just look at my things, no. Whatever I have just attended so many FDPs, still I am attending the FDPs and participating in various seminars, conferences, and even delivering the things. So when I'm making delivery things, I'll be learning something when I'm going for preparing, right? It's not only the content all about it, even how we are going to talk about it, how you can use the technology, drive the different resources, other things like that. So I am telling all these things now. So whatever things we are going to discuss right now. So what I am preaching that what I am practicing that I am going to share with you. Okay, so that is what we are going to do for another couple of minutes. So, okay. So Sarah's taken the organizers taken a wonderful topic, that is dynamic environment and learning practices. Any one of friends can tell me what is this all about it? What is dynamic environment? What is the learning practices? What is the linkage between these two terminologies? You can just throw some lights. No, nothing wrong in it, right? Hello? Some viewpoints. Okay, so just we can start with the viewpoint and we can just proceed what I have come with, right? Yes. Anybody can help me? Dynamic environment, learning practices. I am a teacher. So what I am going to get out of this particular workshop, because there is always a thing is that whenever we are participating in something or whenever we are spending some time or effort or whatever it may be, we must know that there is what is there in it me, right? So that is how a learner perspective should be. Okay. So what get out of these 5 days session? That is what my simple question, or any fellow faculty or faculty friend can answer this question, right? So, Vishnu sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are an
Yes, sir,
audible.
it's audible.
No problem.
Okay. Because I was missing some answers, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nothing wrong. Let me make the correlation. Let me proceed so that you will come along with me, right? So always is a problem. Even I don't start. Whenever I participate in some program, no, I used to have some hesitation, everything, nothing wrong with it, right? We're all okay. So coming back to this dynamic environment and learning practices. So when you just see about this, the change is the permanent thing. Always they used to say about it. It is also quite common in our own teaching field also. Okay, so earlier it was a Gurukulam effect, and later on it has just suppressed the classroom effect. And what we learned, how we learned is entirely different what the people are learning right now. When you just see the kids, what they are studying, even the second standard, first standard kids, they are talking about the anatomy, they are talking about the botany, they are talking about what we learned in only in the 8th standard, 9th or 10th standard. So, and by seeing all these things, that I used to think about it. Why my son or why my daughter should study all these things at this age itself? Why so much of pressure? But that is how the things are going. That is how trend is going on. We are supposed to go with the trend. And if you don't go with the trend, again, we will be outdated. That is how the scenario has been created. Okay. So coming back to our thing, as I said, mantra we had this. And need not to be the best, but give your best. So this is a simple thing. We can just go for it. Okay. So whenever we are, what do you say, in our career or in our teaching career, no. So always we try to be best among others. But my simple idea is never try to be best when you compare with the others and all. But whatever the best things you can give, no, just you can give it. Sir, just a minute, sir. I will just answer a call and I come get back to you, sir. Thanks, sir. Kindly excuse me, the call from the VC office. Just I'll get back to you, sir. One second. Sir, can you show me, sir? Sir, சின்ன ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸ் FDP போயிட்டு இருக்கேன். முடிச்ச கையோட வந்து ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு 45 minutes வந்துடும். ஓகேங்களா? சரி, ரைட். நல்ல சார். Okay, sorry, right. So in the dynamic environment, the learning practices have to be changed. And that's why we've been able to see that the government is taking a lot of initiatives like coming in the new education policy, other things at all. How many of you have studied about the concept note related to the UGC's blended learning mode method? Anybody? Anybody is there? Friends, no need to hesitate. Just you can throw your ideas. Say yes or no. This is a no. Hello. Sir?
Sir?
Could you able to hear me, sir? Or
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Audible.
Okay. Or shall I go for making a presentation without asking any questions, sir? That is okay? No problem?
Yes, no problem, sir.
Okay, right. Okay, so I made the presentation or made my preparation like this. So definitely we are in the dynamic environment and learning practices are not same as we before. And of course, as you know that we are the teachers who are supposed to make this learning process, teaching learning process more effective one. So whatever the things, what I can say, teaching learning methodologies or whatever the trends are going up, we are supposed to go along with that. Okay, so with this a little bit understanding about the concept of this workshop, let me get into the concept. Okay, so here when you see the dynamic environment, the environment is changing. Always is very dynamic. And as a teacher, we are there to import the record knowledge. A student is enrolling into a curriculum or he is enrolling into a college for a particular program in order to just equip himself to excel in his own career. Okay, so as a student, I want to pursue this particular career. I want to enter into this particular sector. I want to go for this job. I want to go start a business, or I want to shine. Anything it can be, right? There are so many career choices there. Okay, so when I want to excel in my own career, when I want to excel in my own life, okay, so what I am supposed to do, I have to equip myself. I have to gain the knowledge. I have to gain the competencies. I have to gain the skills required for that particular career. Where I can get it only from the education institutions. Okay, so from there, for that purpose only, you're joining in a particular college or in a particular program. So in that particular program, it is being designed. The curriculum is designed so as to give whatever the things actually the students are expecting from that particular program. Okay, so here we are designing the curriculum. We are coming with the subject. We are coming with the what is the learning things at all. So as a service provider, we teachers are there. Okay, institution is there. The institution is offering the program. The students are joining in the program. So for what purpose they are joining? To gain the knowledge, to gain the skills, to upgrade themselves, to be mentored by somebody, and the person who are actually taking care of that particular service delivery. Okay, so the institution making promises. Actually, they are come here for fulfilling their own expectation, and we are the teacher who are supposed to fulfill that particular promises. We are supposed to give the impart the knowledge. We have to inculcate the skills. We have to bring to the students so that he is well equipped, and when he is leaving out of the program, he is leaving out of our college, he must be corporate ready. He must be whatever the career he want to pursue, he must be completely ready. So this is a simple phenomenon. This is a simple concept, and a simple concept. The reason for our existence in a particular education institution. Okay, as a teacher. Okay, so far how we have dealt this, so far how we groom the students, so far how we imparted the knowledge, it is all about the centralized training. It is a centralized sharing, centralized grooming or mentoring, we can say about it. Okay, so for example, I'm a faculty in management. Okay, so I'm a strategy management. I deal with the organization, other things and all. So whatever the knowledge I possess related to the organization behavior, I pass on to my students. Whatever the skills I have got related to the organization behavior, I pass on to the students. Okay, so the students are getting the information, or the students are getting, I mean, they are being groomed, or they are being, what do you say, nurtured to the level what I possess. Okay, so what are the things I say? That is the ultimate for them. Okay, so even we have a stipulated syllabus, we have a stipulated, what do you say, curricula. So with this only we used to operate it. Always we say that, okay, I cover the first syllabus, I cover the second unit, I cover the third unit, fourth unit, fifth unit, with the syllabus cover. Okay, so when I'm taking marketing management, I just divided the total curricula, total things into 5 units. So at the end of the 5 units, I mean, I just assumed that, okay, I mean, dealt everything with related to the marketing management. The students are very strong. The students are, they're well capable of related to the marketing skills. That is how we assume, even the students assume. But in reality, if you see that whether in this particular 5 units, in this particular 90 days work, whether the students can be mastered in that particular marketing skill, we just think about it, it's a big question mark. And not
Excuse
only
me,
that,
sir.
yes, no, yes, sir.
Sir, PPT was not visible, sir. Only Zoom screensaver only visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Could you able to see it right now, sir?
Sir, now it's visible, but it's like blank page.
Page only.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Could you able to see, sir? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it okay, sir? Right, sir?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible clearly.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Dynamic learning
Yes,
practice,
sir.
sir. Could you able to see the centralized learning to learner-centric learning, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So here
Okay, sir.
we are just, okay, sir, please, sir. Thanks for giving this. Okay, so as a teacher, we are pushing whatever the contents we are having within ourselves to the students. Okay, so that is how the learning process is going on. First year, first semester, again, this particular subject is over, assignments, exam. Again, the second semester, again subjects, again assignments, again exams, it's over. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, just we completely we just pushing off. And we are giving a degree, okay, and he's holding the particular degree, and he just go to the market, job market. He says that I have passed out of this particular institute. So I completed BBA, I have completed MBA, I completed BCom, MCom, okay, everything is fine. But when you see the corporate people, they always complain that, okay, though you are having the degree, but again, you are not an employee. Okay, because you don't have the necessary skills, you don't have the necessary things. Okay, but the big question comes over here. The students have his own ambition. He has his career choice, and he has devoted his time. He has devoted his efforts, everything and all. And we are also doing everything same thing, right? We are also devoting our own time, and we are doing our best, and we are taking a lot of efforts, and we are also very sincere. But though we are spending 2 years, 3 years of time, again, when the output is, the people are not satisfied. When the output is not acceptable, and the total system, the working system, will be a big questionable mark. Right. Okay. So slowly the pattern is changing. Instead of centralized training. Okay. So when it is not so effective, then how we can go about it? Then there comes the concept of learner-centric learning. Okay, so here the teacher is the centric and he gives the information, knowledge, shares everything at the earlier stages. But as of now, due to the exposure, the knowledge, due to the change in the industry trend, again the expectation of the employer, I mean, so many factors that makes the students to be more that makes the students to be more vibrant. Okay, so in that sense, the student must be he must spend whatever the time he spends, whatever the efforts he is putting across, he must see to that he is being equipped in all sort of things. So he cannot, I mean, we cannot draw a parallel, I mean, a common line to everybody. Okay, there cannot be a neutral policy to the others. I mean, all the things and all. So according to the students' expectations, according to the students' preferences, according to the students' need or student interest profile, they are supposed to be, what do you say, equipped themselves. So that is the concept coming over here. Okay, so still our role is there. We are the person who are supposed to mentor it, who are supposed to make it happen, supposed to facilitate. So our role is slightly differing. So instead of we are the only person to give the information, it's not like that. Okay, we are going to take help of different resources, different technology, different thing, and along with them we are going to mentor the students. Okay, so that is how the trend is changing. You just put the, I mean, you find a word, no, dynamic environment. That is how the environment is changing. Okay, so the student is no more, he is rely on the teachers. He is no more looking for the teachers to pass on or to give the information, to share the idea. Just like a clerk, he could able to get anything from the internet. He could be able to get any sort of information. Okay, so we cannot assume that we are the only information provider, we are the only source of information or knowledge. That is may not be possible. Okay, though it is not, I mean, it is very hard to accept it, but that is the reality. Okay, so here now the students, they want to learn everything. They want to learn everything that may help him in his own career choice. Okay, so in this background only, the concept of the education transformation. We just look at these factors, no? Okay, so earlier it was different, but now the students are expecting the flexibility. Okay, so they need a flexibility in their learning. It is not that I should learn only in the stipulated hours, only by 9 o'clock or only by 10 o'clock or only between the 9 to 5, I have to learn the concept. It's not so. And only from this particular teacher, okay, only from this particular source. When I learn marketing, for example, in our university, the student is learning marketing now. If he just, I am the only person to give him marketing means, okay, he may not, whatever the things he's expecting may not be given to him. Okay, he may not deem that it is a quality content he has got related to the marketing because I was only one source. So you need more sources. So this is giving something. Okay, some may give some other thing. A faculty from the Kongu College may give some different perspective. A faculty from PhD, they may give the different perspective. Faculty from the IM, they could be able to give different perspective. So he is also a marketing professor, he is also a marketing professor, he is also a marketing professor. So as an individual, as a student, if I could be able to get different perspectives on this particular marketing, because marketing is my life. Marketing is my career. This is what I'm going to build my career. Okay, so when I want to equip myself, when I want to learn the different concept, if I could be able to get from different sources, of course, I'll be the more beneficiary. That is how their thinking pattern, that is how their recruitment pattern changing. Right. Again, the needs and interest. Okay. So when the questions may come, because I also passed the BBA and I also passed the MBA. Okay, when I studied MBA and I studied accounts, I studied law, I studied business communication, I studied marketing, I studied HR, everything and all. Okay, my interest is related to marketing or my interest is related to the organized behavior. Then why should I study about the accounts? Why should I study about the law? No way I'm going to enter into the law field. No way I'm going to enter into I'm going to pursue my thing. We can say that as an MBA student, you should have the master, you should have the knowledge related to everything. We can say like that. But whether it is related to my career, whether precisely it contributes my own job. Okay. I mean, the life I'm going to choose. Okay. If we just put it this questions, okay, we may not have the right answers. Okay. So the students may be looking for a particular learning platform where his needs and interests are best met. His needs and interests are best fulfilled. Okay, I'm spending my effort, I'm spending my time, I'm spending my energy. So whatever things I'm learning, that must be related to my own interest profile, more related to my need. That may be his expectations. Okay, so these are some things are happening in the industry I'm talking about. As a faculty members, we should understand. So the expectations or the requirement of the students. According, if you could able to have the better understanding, we could able to tune up ourselves. You could able to look for some avenues where we can exactly satisfy the particular students. Again, student centricity must be there, and it must be a real world in the sense. Okay, it is not that I should study only in the colleges. A student stepping into Pereira University, and for example, I'm just putting my own example, right? So when the student want to study about the marketing management or strategy management subject, okay, he's stepping into Pereira University, he's coming to the class, he's just sitting in the class, and what are the content I'm just talking about it, he learn from me, he goes back, he just goes to, I mean, he reads some books, he learn from the net. Okay, so the learning finish related to strategy management, related to marketing management. That is not so. Okay, sometimes I may want to have some face-to-face interaction. Sometimes I go for online learning. Sometimes I go for looking for some online courses or browser net, or I may attend for some conferences. I may have the peer interactions. I may deal with the different what is that, people who are in the same thing. So that also I can go for it. Or sometimes I may look for the blended learning method also. Okay, so here I mean when the students want to have different inputs for different modes, the chances must be there. You don't want to only learn the concepts only through the face-to-face mode. You don't want to learn only through the distance or what do you say, online, whatever it may be. So through the virtual mode, whatever it may be. Sometimes he's looking for the blended mode also. Okay, but I want to learn the concepts. I can choose my own mode of learning it. So that is how the things are happening related to the, as far as the teaching learning process concept. Okay, and again, it is not that okay, sir. When I'm ready, I can write the exams. Okay, the learning or exams on demand. So I'm just started to study this year. I'm very enthusiastic. I could able to learn a lot of concepts, but maybe at the next thing, no, I want to go for some job, or I want to. I don't have the particular ambience or atmosphere or situation to continue my learning. So I'm just stop my learning over there. I'm looking for some other job profile. And later on, when I feel that okay, now I'm ready for again relearning or learning concept, whether it is possible to re-enter, there must be a chance. So that is how the things are happening. So when you are ready, when you want to learn, when you want to write the exams, just you can go for it. Okay. So here there is no any hard and fast rules. Whenever you want to write the exam, you can just go. See, these things somehow no, sometimes you're not able to accept all those things. How it is possible? It is a 3 years course now, the students must be in 3 years. Not so. Even for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, even after 15 years also, he may want to upgrade. He may want to learn the different things. Okay, so we cannot say that if at all you want to be skilled in one particular program. If you want to be skilled in marketing management or HR management, financial management, this is the only period you could able to learn. You should be able to learn. That is why we cannot confine it. Okay, so earning my degree, earning my writing the exams, learning the concepts, entirely it must be in the hands of the learner. Okay, so this is how this educational transformation in future, down the line, another couple of years, something, these things will all happen. Okay. Okay. So this is all the experts from the national education policy, why they are, how they are coming with, and what they are focusing on, everything. Right. Okay. Is it okay? Could I able to continue? Sure. Sir, shall I continue, sir?
Yes, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay,
No problem. Okay.
And again, in the NEP, they are talking about the ABC building blocks. Still, it will give some more idea what's happening in this environment, educational or teaching learning process environment. Like, so as we discussed in different things, so the earlier slide, so that is how they are coming. They call it as the academic bank of credit. A student when he must have a, what I say, it's not that only one particular degree. Where a person is joining MBA, we never allow him to study the MCA. We never allow him to study physics. But here they say that he could able to study some concepts in MBA, he could able to study some concepts in physics, he could able to study some concepts, different things. Okay, so liberal education. There is no any, what I say, this is what you have to study, this is what your curricula. So no such a framework they're talking about it. Right. And whatever efforts you are spending. Okay, so normally they talk about the credit system, right? Charge-based credit system and all. So what are the efforts you are spending it for each and everything? I'm awarding the unit for you. That is the credit I'm offering to you. You can accumulate it by studying this particular subject. You could able to gain this many credits. By studying that particular subject, you could able to gain the particular credit. So at last, when you want to have a program, when you want to have a degree, you should have completed this particular. You should have some this particular number of credits you should possess. That is what they are just coming in. So anything you study, you could able to, what can you say? You can able to convert these credits for your degrees and diplomas, right? And study in national or international institutions, any national or international institutions. Again, there's no any, I should study only in this particular campus, not like that. I want to study, I want to equip myself, not only here, I can learn from there, I can learn from here, that, this and that, right? So chances are coming. The students are getting this opportunity and the other things in the future, right? And a lifelong learning enabler, as I said, that's not any time bound or what is it? In this age only, this period only you should study. There's no such things at all. And a merging of regular, distance, online, and virtual modes. I don't know, multimodal of education. Okay, so any mode of education the students can take. They can come for regular study, face-to-face interaction, or they can go for online, they can go for distance, they can go for virtual mode, or they can go for the blended mode also. All right. Again, any subject combinations. I said earlier, it is not confined to only one particular, the student is not confined to one particular program alone. If at all you want to study in different subject, different field, different discipline, is also permitted. You can very well go for that. Okay. So these are the something, right? These are something happening or it's going to happen, and definitely the changes are going to occur. Okay. So as a faculty member, so if we are ready with all this, if you could able to sense, if you could able to understand, okay, if you could able to just perceive or expect these things may happen in future also. If we have such understanding, and certainly we can look for avenues how we can cope up with this changes that are happening in this dynamic environment. Okay, so how the learning practices can be learned. It is not only for the learning practices, it's not only for students, in for the faculty members also. Okay, because it is going to be a continuous learning process. As far as the teaching concern, as far as we have to continuously update ourselves, our teaching resources, our teaching methodology. Even we have to update our own domain knowledge. Everything you have to go for it. Okay, so that's why just I was very happy that the organizers have taken a wonderful topic, dynamic environment. It's a changing. The changing is, particularly due to this digital revolution, a lot of changes are happening. Okay, everything is made possible. And during this pandemic situation also, during the pandemic situation, post-pandemic situation, probably you would have very well observed that. Whether the MOOC courses, online courses, whether they were not existing earlier, they were there. But the importance, the people think, no, it was very lesser. But this pandemic situation, all of a sudden, everybody started to learn conduct the classes through online. Everybody was talking about they're talking about the video conferencing platform, Zoom platform, WebEx, and that, this and all, everything become very common. And the teachers also very well accustomed, and even the students also have a lot of exposure. Even if you are coming back, even the same old patterns returning also, certainly this online education or this digital, the role of digital communication, the role of digital tools, okay, that will be definitely an essential part of our teaching learning process. Okay, we cannot avoid it, and without which we could not be able to produce, proceed also. Our teachers also got comfort, and even the students. Certainly, there are some limitations are there, some challenges are there. So we cannot, but those things can be easily overcome. When you talk about the infrastructure, the infrastructure can be built. When you talk about the hardware, that can also be built. When you talk about the network connectivity, that is not, everything is solvable. Okay, but definitely this is going to be part of our teaching learning process. So how fast, how earlier we are just getting tuned up with that, we are adapting to that particular situation, we could able to easily go about it. Okay, so with this a little bit understanding of the theme of the this 5 days workshop, let me get you to our own concept, blended learning. Okay, so the concept is very simple. The face-to-face learning you could able to see here, and sometimes you are using the internet, you are using a multimedia, you are using the digital technology in order to convey this. Okay, learning through browsing, browsing through Google, or learning through some digital multimedia technology. The learning also may happen. Okay, so this is face-to-face. This is you are in distance or online. We can talk about it using some internet technology, using some multimedia and other things. Right. So in our teaching learning process, we are blending these together. Okay, face-to-face interaction is there, personal interaction is there. Same time, you are also taking up the help of the multimedia technology. That's it. Okay, so audio, video, whatever things is classified as a multimedia technology, that we are making use of it. Okay, through some using the internet, other things, we are making a teaching process. Now it is called as the blended learning. The students is learning via face-to-face. Okay, this was a major thing in the earlier days, and now it is a booming one. This because the digital revolution. Okay, there is a boom in the technology. This particular is a booming one, and you all very well know that. Okay, so in the teaching learning process, in the learning process, just we are blending these together. This is what I call blended learning. Simple understanding. Okay. And as I said earlier in the NEP, they are giving more importance for, because as a teacher, we must have some idea. So how they are framing it up in future, definitely it will be implemented. And even if it is not implemented 100%, what is being represented there, at least 50% of, I mean, whatever things they wanted to, definitely it will be implemented, and it's what do you say? We cannot avoid it. Okay. So they are talking about a lot of things. When you go for blended learning, you can, the increased student engagement can be done, and teacher and student interaction can be enhanced much more. And responsible learning will go higher. Time management flexibility is very much possible. Learning outcome will be much more improved, and definitely increases institutional, what do you say, reputation, I think so. And more flexibility can be done. Teaching can be done anything, and the learning environment created. So, likewise, they are coming with whatever things we have discussed about as the educational transformation. They say that all these things are very much possible when you go for a blended learning method. Well, blended learning possible. Okay, fine. And even in the when they are giving some lot of suggestions related to the blended learning, and one such a suggestion is using the Swayam MOOC courses for blended learning. Okay, so here what they say that teachers should register. Teachers should register along with the students in a particular MOOC course, Swayam in Swayam platform, Swayam MOOC course, and they have to just mentor or guide the students. They have to travel along with the students. Okay, so for example, I'm handling organizational behavior subject, means I'm making the students also register or enroll for the organizational behavior subject, which is being offered by, for example, by IAMB. Okay, individuals of management. They are the person who are meant for creating the management subject Swayam courses. So I'm just making the students to enroll into the courses developed and offered by IAMB, the same subject, organizational behavior. And I'm the faculty who is handling organizational behavior in my own university. Okay, so during the class hours, I am also sharing my own input, my own perspective to the students. Okay, my own teaching process. At the same time, I'm also taking the input from the courses offered by the IMB, the same courses. Is fine. Okay, so here the students is learning from me and also from the courses being offered by the IMB courses. Okay, put together you could able to get different perspectives. Okay, and so that whatever the things they have developed, what are the things using, because Swayam courses is made up of some 4 quadrants that we'll be seeing right now. Okay, so obviously, and there are a lot of videos are there and technologies there, and again interaction quizzes, so many things are there, and they're also meant for inculcating or grooming the students related to the particular subject or concept. Okay, so this is what just they are insisting on, that they are coming with a lot of approaches. One such approach is making Swayam courses, making Swayam MOOC courses for the blended learning method. Okay, so that is what we are going to have some idea. What is a Swayam course and what are the different components of Swayam courses? Again, how this can be used for the blended learning, what are the strategies can be done, that we are going to discuss right now. Okay, right. And apart from that, just for an information sake, in the NAAC accreditation. Okay, so we are very much concerned with NAAC accreditation, other things and all. So as a faculty, we should know that from different grounds. One thing is NEP is insisting on using Swayam courses as the blended learning method. Again, the NAAC also, when you just see the criteria 2.3 in the teaching learning process, so they are asking about whether the particular institution or the colleges, they have taken any student-centric methods, such as experiential learning, participatory learning, and problem-solving methodologies are used for enhancing learning experiences. Okay, so try to give some description the maximum 200. This is what the one criteria they're talking about. Again, the other criteria, whether the teachers are using the ICT-enabled tools for effective teaching learning process. Okay, again, this is also another thing. For both these criteria, if we are using the Swayam courses for the blended learning, definitely we could be able to give, what I say, contribute this particular criteria for our college. Okay, that is the other dimension why we have to use how the Swayam, how the using of the Swayam courses as a blended learning tool in our teaching learning process will contribute to the institution. Okay, right. So and when you see, so you can, and apart from that, so I just want to tell you that even the latest CAs, no, for any CAs or your performance, for the let's see, VBAS, okay, perform the appraisal system, other things at all. Even when you want to calculate the API scores, right? For even API scores, if you could able to develop a MOOC course, if you could able to develop a MOOC course, and you'll have a separate, as though it is very much equivalent to publishing a Scopus in the journals. So that is how they're also going for it. So this Swayam courses is going to be this, using a Swayam course, adopting the Swayam courses, or going along the swimming course, using them for the blending learning tool, it is going to be the norm of life for another couple of years. Okay, so how well we are prepared to get into this or join this stream, no? So how earlier it is better, earlier is better. So that is what my simple understanding. Okay, still now it is okay. Any questions or anything to be asked before we get into the next stage? Hello?
Sir, proceed, sir. No questions.
No questions. Okay. So is it okay, sir? Are we in the line, sir? No problem?
Yeah. Yes, sir. No problem, sir. It's clearly visible.
Okay, right, sir. Right, sir. So e-content and using SWAYAM courses just for our own teaching learning process, how we can go. Just I will throw some light on what is SWAYAM courses and what are the, whether any faculty has dealt with this particular concept, sir, in this FDP? No, not yet, no. Hello. Okay. So
Yes,
SWAYAM
sir.
as okay.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Let me
we don't have any particular concept, sir.
Okay. Whether the faculty members are very aware of this SWAYAM concept, sir, or shall I proceed this? Okay.
You can proceed, sir. No problem.
Okay. Right. Okay. So SWAYAM as a blended learning tool, as a teacher, what we can at the initial stage, what we are supposed to know. Just I'm going to throw some light on this SWAYAM digital initiative. Okay. Right. So SWAYAM, it is a study with of active learning for young aspiring minds. I'm just missing a word of for over here. It is a study with of active learning for young aspiring minds. Okay, so young minds are there, young aspiring minds are there. For them, I'm going to give you a web. I'm going to give you a platform. Okay, for their what do you say, for their learning purpose. Okay, so there are some people. There are the people who want to have active learning, for which I'm going to provide a platform. So by giving a meaning of this, they are coined this term SWAYAM. Okay, right. And why they have went for this particular digital initiative? What is the crux behind that? And of course, the famous quote by Nelson Mandela, sir, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Every government, every society, they have the well understanding of these things. That's why we are giving more importance for the education. We are giving more importance for the health. So these are two primary things we are giving more importance. And any government, any what do you say? They will. I mean, they are spending too much of money. They're taking a lot of coming with a lot of policies, schemes just to promote education in a particular society. Because this education is very strong, definitely the society can be made much more strong. Okay, a person, no, he could able to. I mean, he can nurture himself. His standard of living will be to the next level. Okay, so the employable opportunities, the employable chances are much more higher. When he's being employed, when he is able to lead his livelihood, and definitely there is no any room for any antisocial element. Okay, so in the long run, having a better life is very much possible when you are able to have a better education. Okay, that is the purpose why the government is giving more important for that. But there are certain challenges of that. Okay, I know that education is good for everybody, and if the education is given, a proper education is given to particular family or particular individual, certainly the families, I mean, the position will be much more higher. But what the challenge of the government or the country is facing is that, okay, so related to the access, equity, and quality. Okay, again, they talk about these are the cardinal principles of education policy. Whenever we are giving, what I say, when we are talking about the education, it must be accessed by everybody. And there should not be any prejudice. Access by everybody, access. When you talk about the equity, there should not be any bias. There should not be any, what I say, imbalances should not be existing there. Unfair element should not be there. Injustice should not be done. So equity, everybody can be able to do access a particular education. That is how the equity must be ensured. Again, the quality must be ensured. Okay, so whatever the education I'm going to have it, okay, I can be able to access it. There is no, what I say, problem of bias. But what the content, what is the quality of my content, whether I'm getting a quality content or not. Okay, this is a big thing. So whenever you're coming with an educational policy, they see to that. When an education policy, I mean, this policy are being framed. Okay, they see to that whether the people will be able to access it, equity is ensured, quality is ensured. Okay, these are cardinal principles. But based on these three cardinal principles only, the SWAYAM courses are being enhanced, right? So when you want to go for access to other things, everybody, I mean, you want to give education to everybody, and you want to give the quality content. You don't want to have any bias. Okay, so that should not be. Even if a student is from what do you say? For example, he is from Salem and Erode, Okay, he is much more privileged. But if you see any person who is from the hilly area, hilly region, where if at all you want to learn some concept, he has to travel too much of now. No, I have to, I mean, I'm supposed to travel for 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers. It is not possible for me. So let me, I mean, okay, let me just forgo my education. Okay, so if it is the case, again, access is denied, and again, the bias is made over here. Only the students who are in the city, they could be able to access. But the students who are in the rural area, they could not be able to access particular quality context. Now, again, the bias is made over there. You understand that? Okay, so that is how, when I'm just coming to the education policy, okay, I should ensure that these three things are ensured at the maximum. So if at all I want to go for this, then I need the faculty. I need the necessary resources. I need the necessary infrastructure. Okay, if I don't want the people who are in the very hilly area, no, okay, they don't want to. I mean, they should not be lose their education rights or other things. I should, I mean, build the infrastructure in the particular area. I should come with the necessary resources. Okay, so what are the resources I'm coming with, whether it is a building or infrastructure or even the books or internet, hardware, whatever it may be. I should ensure the resources are there. I should have the availability of the faculty also. Okay, only when there is a faculty, only when the resources, only when there is a infrastructure, I could able to what I'm saying, ensure the maximum achievement in these three cardinal principles: access, equity, and quality. Okay, so there they comes. I cannot go and establish so many universities. I'm talking in the sense of government aspects, right? The government cannot come with what do you say? In colleges or universities, it is not so possible. There are a lot of constraints of that, and they're looking for some different avenues. That they found that why the MOOC cannot be answer for such challenges. Okay, so MOOC, massive open online courses. When you want to ensure the access, when you want to ensure the equity, when you want to ensure the quality, okay, so these massive open online courses can be an answer. Okay, from a different place, anywhere in the country, from anywhere, whether he is in a remote area, or he is from the village, or he is from the hilly area, no need to worry about it. There's no need to to have a physical campus alone. This virtual platform, virtual thing can be big answer for all these things. Okay, I can provide to any number of people. When you just talk about one particular college, now I have the limitations. Only 40 students I can admit. Only 50 students I can admit in a particular thing. But when you have the virtual mode, I could able to go any number of people. That's why it is massive. Okay, it is a massive, it is open to anybody, and it is through the online, and this process is made. Yes, sir? Okay, right. So they found that MOOCs are the solution for that. But as of before SWAYAM being initiated, okay, so this foreign person like Coursera, I mean, edX, Udemy, all these things are so much popular. Okay, but they are very expensive, and sometimes they did not meet the local needs also. So with that idea only, the government has established the indigenous platform, indigenous MOOCs, that's a SWAYAM. Okay, it was launched on the 15th August 2016. It was dedicated to the National President of India in July. These are some basic information I want to give some related to the MOOC and SWAYAM courses, right? Okay, so it is dedicated to the National President of India on July 9, 2017. And as I said, in order to achieve the three cardinal principles, access, equity, and quality, the SWAYAM courses are being built up, and all resources to all. It meant for bridging the digital divide, and it is a both web and mobile based one. High quality learning experience can be assured through the SWAYAM courses, and it is a blended model or a hybrid model of delivery of the content, and it allows a easy access, monitoring, and certification, and peer group interaction discussion. All these things are very much possible. Okay, so the education transformation, whatever things we are looking for, whatever things we are talked about, those things may be possible through the MOOC courses, and along with that, the cardinal principles of education, that is access, equity, and also the quality, offering the quality content, that is also possible through the MOOC courses. But MOOC courses by the private players very expensive and may not meet the local needs. That's why the government has initiated this particular indigenous platform where they are coming with different MOOC courses for the benefit of the students. Okay, I think hope you are in the line, right? Logical line, right? Okay. When you look into the SWAYAM courses, as a teacher, as a student, whatever it may be, okay, when you just look into the different types of courses, there are skill-based certification courses, diploma courses are there, UG courses are postgraduate degree courses are there, and there is some courses especially meant for us. Annual refresher program in teaching, right? Exclusively meant for the teachers, refresher programs, these offerings also there. Okay, Again, these courses are being developed by 9 different national coordinators. And the government has identified the Minister of Education, then it is the Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD, right? They identified nine national coordinators like AICD, CST, IGNO, IMB, NCRT, NEOS, NADDR, NPTEL, UGC, in order to develop courses for different category of subjects, right? So like a PG subject or UG subjects, engineering subjects, for open education, out of school education. Okay, so for teacher training program. So for a different category of subjects, they have appointed or they just entrusted this responsibility to these different national coordinators. Okay. And again, when you just see the different elements of the SWAYAM courses, always it has a standard components, right? We call it the 4-quadrant approach or 4 quadrants, right? Like quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And quadrant 1, again, audio video lectures. Audio video lectures will be there. And quadrant 2, it is talk about the text material. A transcription will be given in the, I wouldn't say this quadrant 2. Again, in the third, it's always discussion forum. The teacher or the peer group, they could able to have the discussion, other things or not. As a fourth quadrant, you have the self-assessment test, the quiz, graded assignments. All these elements are being present. Okay, so even as a student, if you want to learn some SWAYAM courses, you will be learning in these 4 quadrants only. And as a faculty, when you want to develop your own SWAYAM courses, because there are a lot of proposals, there are things that are, I just will be talking about in later stages. Okay, so what are the avenues related to the SWAYAM courses for the teachers? We'll be talking about it. But we are supposed to develop the content. We are supposed to develop the e-content based on these 4 quadrants only. Okay, so it is a 4-quadrant approaches, all the SWAYAM courses. Again, when you talk about this implementation, the UGC has come with a credit framework, okay, for all these MOOC courses, online learning courses through SWAYAM regulation 2016. It has been issued on 9th July 2016. Okay, so what means the SWAYAM courses will be notified twice in a year. One is in the June 1st, then for July semester, the list of courses will be available at June 1. And for January semester or December semester, then at the November 1, we'll be having the list of courses will be notified. Okay, and one more thing is that up to 40%. Yearly it was 20%, but now it is up to 40% of courses in a particular semester can be offered. Okay, can be offered through, with the SWAYAM courses. Okay, so for example, when you are offering 5 subjects in a particular thing, 40% it goes for 2 subjects you can be able to offer through the SWAYAM courses. Those credit what the students learned by studying that SWAYAM courses, no, that can be converted for his degree. That can be considered for his degree program. Okay, so that is how the UGC has given the regulation. Okay, and the credit transfer is very much possible. Okay. Now let us see the flow. Right? So how the education institution they can adopt the online courses on SWAYAM means. So they have to make the amendment. First, you have to pass this. In your board of studies or through competent authority who is supposed to pass that. They have to pass the resolution in the. They have to move in the board. Board of studies. They have to get the permission first. Okay, that is the one thing you have to do. And in the sense, okay, we are going to have this number of courses for the credit transfer. This number of courses will be adopted by our students. So by studying for this, the permission is sought. So likewise, whatever things you go on, you'll be placing in the board of studies, you get the permission. Again, when the notification is made in the SWAYAM platform, the different national coordinators, they will be making the notification to you. And after notifications come, list of courses, whatever being offered, no. So those courses will be available in the concern. For NPTEL, they have the list of courses. Again, UGC, CEC, they have the list of courses. Suppose if you have the scope in your organization, in your college, you can receive the courses, list of courses in your mail itself. Otherwise, you can very well go to the SWAYAM platform or SWAYAM portal. There you can see the offering of the courses over there. And out of which you have to select the course which may be relevant to your student, or for example, if you don't have any faculty for that courses can be selected and for which you can offer to the student. That is the second thing. You are getting the permission, you are selecting the courses from the offering, and you are designating a course coordinator just to make sure that these courses are this enrollment, adoption, enrollment, certification processes effectively carried out. This is the third thing they are suggesting. And in the fourth thing, you are supposed to disseminate the information. Okay, so these are the step-by-step procedure. So making amendments in the board of studies, then you are identifying the proper courses and you are appointing a mentor or you are appointing the course coordinator. You just run the show, other things and all. And after that, you are passing information to your students, you are encouraging them, and you are making them to enroll into the courses. Okay. So after disseminating the information, you are making the students to register for the course, enroll into the course. Okay. And after registering, no, then the course will be what do you say, based on the discussion forum and the quiz assignments, other things. No, you have to ensure that they are completing in time and they are submitting in time. That you have to go for it, and for which you will be moving with the particular course coordinator. You are in your college, you are adopting the course means, and you are the parent institution, and which course they have adopted. Okay, that particular, for example, I am adopting the IMB course. So IMB course, IMB is the course institution. I will be coordinating with them in the evaluation process and the credit transfer process. Then I have to ensure it. That is the next stage. Okay, and I'll be whatever the marks, whatever the, it is a plotted exam only. Whatever the marks, whatever the credit the students have earned, that I'll be incorporating in my own institution, in the parent institution. Okay, so Periyar University is the parent institution, whereas the IMB is the host institution. After the evaluation will be done, the exams will be conducted through some agency, or all this responsibility lies with the host institution, only IMB. After conducting the examination, they will give the whatever the marks, whatever the scores I have made, they will pass on to me. And what I will be doing now, that I will ensure that these marks or these credits are being incorporated in the degree certificate, what actually the students is now doing what. Okay, so this is the simple process. When if at all you want to adopt the SWAYAM courses, make the students to study the SWAYAM courses, the simple steps you are supposed to follow. You have to get the permission, you have to identify the course, then you have to select or appoint a coordinator, then you have to pass the information to the students, you have to make them to register for the course, and they will be studying it, they will be writing the examination, and after that, the evaluation process will be done by the host institution, and what is the marks they are giving to you, transmitting to you, you should ensure that that is being incorporated in the degree certificate of the particular students. Okay, so these are the simple, the process of adopting SWAYAM courses for the student happens. Okay, so why I'm talking, why I'm giving this piece of information is, suppose if you are adopting SWAYAM courses in your blended learning method, in your blended teaching method, so these are simple steps that we are supposed to go for it. We are using for the teaching learning purpose. Okay, it's okay, but ultimately the benefit is credit transfer. Ultimately, the benefit is the students should be certified. Understand? So when you want to make it so, see to the as a faculty, you should be aware of that. These are the steps that's supposed to follow in the what is the SWAYAM adoption process. Fine. Okay. On receipt of this mark statement, other things, you will be getting the certificate also. And as I said earlier, up to 40% of courses can be offered through SWAYAM mode. Okay, right. So far, any clarification needed, sir? Back to the SWAYAM. Anybody? Any question? No, as a teacher, no. In classroom, we used to have a lot of students. Okay, that is the vibrance is different. But again, no, I'm seeing only the screen and I'm talking now with no work. No? So, of course, everyone else is facing the same situation when dealing with the online classes. Okay, somebody throw some light, no? Anybody want to ask anything related to the SWAYAM concepts? Sir, am I audible, sir? I'm lying, sir?
Yes, sir. It's audible, sir. Continue.
Okay, right. Okay, so the last part of theory person we are going to see about it. Okay. So SWAYAM as a blended learning tool strategies. Okay, so I'm just recapitulating it. At the initial stage, we just saw about the dynamic environment. It is education transformations are happening. The student learning, it is not centralized from the centralized learning. It is transformed to the learner-centric approach. It is no longer will be the only the source of information, because the digital revolution and the student expectations are different, students' interests are different, and students' their expectations are very different. Okay, so we are supposed to tune up with them. Okay, we are supposed to groom them. We are supposed to deliver. We are supposed to satisfy whatever the expectations having. We are supposed to go for it. Okay, so that, as I said earlier, due to the digital revolution, a lot of things are happening. We cannot avoid the digital presence in our own teaching learning process. Okay, so one such method, what we can go for a blended learning method. Okay, the students is not only can be groomed only by virtual face, I mean face to face or a distance mode, or blended method can be adopted. This is being insisted by different academic bodies also. Even government is insisting. That's why in the new education policy also they are talking about the blended learning approach. And again, when you talk about the ranking framework, different ranking framework agencies are there, like NIRF, like NAC, other things. They are also expecting, okay, whether you are blending or learning, whether you are teaching learning process something different, whether you're using some different approaches or different methods, they are also expecting. When you see the CAS or APS or other things, they are also giving some weightage. Are we going for a different approach, different? Are we using some different practices in our teaching learning process? They are also looking for it. Okay, so in this sense, when you just see that mere face-to-face teaching alone is not going to be the long run element, right? So in that sense, we as a faculty, we must have some some preparations related to the blended learning also. So that's here we are all focus of focal what we're discussing is about the using SWAYAM courses. So SWAYAM courses, it is a digital platform or a digital platform created by the government, Ministry of Education, then Ministry of Human Resource Development, in order to fulfill the three major cardinal principles, like access, CPD, and also the quality content. Okay, so for ensuring all those things, they want to read the mass. Okay, they want to read the mass. There is no any learning barrier. There should not be any bar on. Just to ensure these three principles, I'm coming with a lot of online courses, for which I have a platform where I have assigned 9 different coordinators like ASCP, NEOS, UGC, ASC, NATDR, so many they are dealing with a different category of subject. They are dealing with a different category of discipline. They are developing the courses. They are inviting a proposal from the professors like us, teachers like us, and they are giving some funding support. And through us, they are developing courses, and those courses are the quality content being checked up, and it is being posted in the English platform, and where they are asking the students to learn the concept from the courses. One thing I want to tell you that learning the concept, enrolling into the course, learning the concept, they are absolutely free. There is no any charge at all. But only for writing the examination, they are charging 1,000 rupees. But again, they say it is optional. Okay, so it is not mandatory, it is not compulsory that if you register in the course, you must attend the exam. It is not like that. Okay, so in fact, I used to register with a lot of courses because it's a free of course. I could able to learn a lot of things, a lot of different people, different things. Right. So you can enroll into any number of courses, but if at all you want to be certified, if at all you want to get certificates, then you have to write the proctored exam. Okay, when you clear up the proctored exam, you pass the certain criteria, definitely you can get the certificates. Okay, so that is how the things are going happening. And when you see the flow of this step-by-step approach, how it is being implemented, you have to get the permission from your competent authority. Then after that, you have to get the, you have to identify the courses that can be offered to your students, that can be adopted in your blended learning method, right? Okay, then you have to identify that. Okay, after identifying that, again, suppose in your, in department level itself, you got to identify a coordinator who can go along with the students for the entire semester. Right from enrolling into the course, registering for the exam, completing all the tasks. So a mentor should be there, a faculty should be there in order to ensure that it is properly executed, right? So you are appointing a coordinator or the mentor over there. Then after that, you are passing information to the students. Okay, so we are as a department, you are selected so and so course that can be implemented. This you have to enroll. Other things, so you have to talk to them, and you should ensure that the students are being registered. Okay, so the students are being registered in the particular specific courses. Okay, so each of the students is happening, and after that, you are just looking of their progress, completion of assignments, other things are throughout the semester. At the end, suppose if they want to write the exam, they can write the exam, and what is the exam they have written? It must be evaluated by the host institution who offered the course. No, it is being, it should be corrected or evaluated by the host institution. After evaluation, they will pass on the information to you. That is a marks, credits, whatever it may be. And after receiving those credits, marks, you should see that it must be incorporated in your degree program. The condition should be there. Okay, so that can be possible, right? Sometimes it is not compulsory. It is not compulsory that you have to put it in the credit framework. Sometimes for learning purpose also, you can go for as a non-credit course also, or you can use it as an extra credit also. So it can be, dealt in any angle. If at all you want to, don't want to risk at the initial stage itself, right? That is first step. After doing all this, then you are going for what is the certification process. So certificate can be applied from that particular individual, it can be given to them. So this is the flow that you can very well use for it. Okay, well, right. So next, as a teacher, if at all I want to just get into use this WAM as a BL tool. Now, so as I said earlier, these are simple steps we can go for it. Okay. So right from course identification, see, these are all things as an individual I'm talking about it. For X or Y. For example, I'm just using Vishwan sir for example. So Vishwan sir is there now. So Vishwan sir will be having his own interest, his own domain proficiency, or his own subject he will be having it. He has to identify one particular course. Okay, so that may be relevant to his teaching, that may be relevant to his own subject, and that he can go along with the students, right? So there he can take it up the particular course. He has to identify a particular course, and he can make the students to enter into the particular discipline. And here you can, there are two things you can very well adopt it, the two strategies. Either you can go for intra-discipline or interdiscipline. Intra-discipline in the sense your own domain, your own field. When I handle marketing, I'm selecting the course related to marketing. When I handle HR, I'll be selecting course related to HR. So what are the subjects I'm related to, what are the domain I'm related to, I have to take it up a course from there. Okay, that is one side. Whereas there are also some other things like interdiscipline. Okay, we are asking the students to go for extra EDC, extra disciplinary course. Our students will be going for different department and learning different kinds of other things. So here also I can go for such interdiscipline courses also. Okay, so after identifying the course, after making the things, I have to have a separate log notebook. Okay, what is the course? What is the course content? All this we will be seeing a tour demo right now. That we have to have a complete log notebook, and we are making the students to enroll in the particular course, and we are just guiding them. Please see to that. Make all the students to enroll into the course because it is a free. It is a free of cost. So there is no any commitment. There is no any commitment from the students or things to pay any amount over there. Okay, but as a faculty, as an individual faculty, you just keep this in your mind and you just go for it, right? So you please enroll all the students. Don't hesitate for that. Okay, let all the students enroll to the course. But as per the examination point of view, if suppose students are hesitating, sir, 1,000 rupees I cannot pay, sir. Sir, it is too high. But sir, money is not problem. But I'm very scared of attending the examination. So if the students are hesitating this, please don't compel at the initial stage. Okay, but at the same time, try to identify some 10 to 15 students. Okay, so definitely in every class, there will be some students who will be more, what I say, all students may not be, will not be hesitating. There will be some students who will be more vibrant, will be more enthusiastic to attend all this, and who are also capable of attending such exam. Whether it is intellectual wise or money wise, whatever it may be, there will be some students who will be capable, right? Just identify those persons, right? Identify those persons, encourage them to apply for the, this particular examination. Let them write the exams and let them get the certificates, and that will be a big, what do you say, advertisement to the other people also. That will give the extra motivation to other students when they see the certificate, when the students, when they learn the experience from these people, all this things, that is very much possible. But the initial stage, see to that you are, what do you say, making the students to enroll into courses, specific courses, and making some students to apply for the exam, and you just go for it. At the same time, you can also, you yourself also can register to the particular course, you can complete the course, and you can earn the certificate also. Okay, so vice versa. You are helping the students. When you enter into the course, when you register for the course, you could able to get the different course material, course content. You can very well use for your own teaching learning process. You can tune up. That is the one part. The second thing, you are helping some students to acquire the skills also, add to their profile. In the third benefit, you are also earning your own certificate, which is very much useful for your, adding to your own profile for your CAs, other things and all, right? So in a semester, if you could able to go at the maximum one, minimum one, maximum 2 or 3, 4, you can, this depends upon your own interest. Okay, so for each and every semester, if you're adding from 2, 3, 4, 5 now, so not only the certificates, but you are gaining a great experience. Okay, you will become the master in using these WAM courses in your teaching learning process. Okay, so that is how you could able to build your own strategy. Okay, please don't think that it is something it is being imposed by our top management. Something is being imposed by the government. It is something imposed by somebody. The technology is going to be a part and parcel of our life. SWAYAM is a big initiative. We cannot avoid it. We cannot avert it. There is going to happen. If we are not taking the opportunity, somebody will take the opportunity. Right, because a lot of things are going on. Whether the teachers are being replaced by the technology. No, it is not the teacher versus technology. It is always going to be the teacher and the technology. Okay, a teacher cannot be replaced by technology, but a teacher will be replaced by another teacher who is with the technology. Okay, so that is the situation after 4 or 5 years down the line. Okay, so the learning platform, learning side, learning thing will not be the same as what we are doing. It is ever dynamic, ever dynamic. That's why I told in the initial stage itself. Right, the organizers they taken a wonderful topic. It is a very dynamic environment, and again, post this pandemic situation, COVID situation, no, this scenario has totally changed, and definitely every people had tasted this online courses, and we cannot avoid it. So much of investments have been made, and definitely this is going to be the part and parcel of our teaching learning process. So how better, how earlier we are making use of this type of technology. These type of resources, e-learning resources into a teaching learning process that will boost us in a better way. Okay, so is there any questions to be asked? I'm coming to the last end of my theoretical presentations right now. Any questions to be asked, or we can go for a simple demo and we can finish it up. Any questions?
Hello, sir.
Please tell me that.
Sir, we have to the MSc courses in the universities. Sir, we have to make the prepare the video for MSc classes and online. Sir, this type of courses we have benefit for CS only for e-content is there.
Okay, yes, sir. Sir, the voice is breaking. Sir.
Hello, sir. Voice is clear. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
सर हम अभी जैसे कोविड की सिचुएशन का सारा कोर्स ऑनलाइन मोड में चल रहा है
जी ओके
सर उसमें हम लोग वीडियो बनाते हैं ई कंटेंट जो प्रिपेयर करते हैं क्या दिस ई कंटेंट बेनिफिट फॉर सीएस
अच्छा और एक बार बोलिए साहब the voice is breaking for me right please I'm just stopping
जो ई कंटेंट जो हम प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं
ओके
जैसे अभी ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज के लिए
ओके हाँ
वो सीएस के लिए बेनिफिट है या नहीं है
जरूर जरूर सर क्योंकि just if you see that in the NAC criterion other things and all so they just asking about 3 different dimensions whether you have developed any e-content for SWAYAM courses okay this is first angle in the second dimension they are just asking you or if you are not developed a SWAYAM nothing wrong in it have you developed any e-content for the private players right Udemy or Coursera so something they are asking for it again
we have prepared for the government this we taking the MSc classes or BSc classes from university we have to prepare the e-content for the student
yes
this is the courses benefit for CS
yes sir that's what I'm coming sir for that point only right the third dimension what they're asking about whether you have developed a SWAYAM e-content for your own institutional LMS okay for your institutional LMS have you created it okay and if you say that yes I have created a e-content for our own LMS I have developed a course as as you mentioned no if you say like that no so what the parameter they're using that whether those e-content are being developed related to the on par with the SWAYAM benchmark we talked about the 4 quadrants no sir quadrant 1 quadrant 2 quadrant 3 quadrant 4 okay so whether you are developed yes I have developed now so that can be considered as a full-fledged e-content course and that is equivalent to public one particular journal I'm just for comparison sake I'm taking it is equivalent to journal but you can get 10 points for that in APS score
okay.
Sure you will get it yes
okay thanks
yeah thank you any other questions sir or shall I go for one presentation just for a demo over here
okay sir no questions sir proceed.
No questions right
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm going out here could you able to see my window, sir?
No,
No,
sir,
sir.
not visible.
No, sir, not visible.
Now, sir?
Only the sharing is coming, sir, but not visible. No, sir, not yet.
Yes, sir. Just trying. Is it so okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, okay. Have you all got, probably most of you would have gone this particular portal. This is a portal meant for the SWAYAM courses, swayam.gov.in. Okay, and if you're not yet registered or no, you can very well register with that. They'll be asking some basic information, then you can go for it, right? So the top corner you can see that this is sign in and register. Okay, when you just click it, since I have registered already, I am getting into the option of signing. If you have these three accounts, there is no need to create a separate account for the SWAYAM. Okay, when you want to sign other things or not. If you have the Microsoft account or if you have the Google account or Gmail ID, with the Gmail ID, easily you could able to create your own account, right? So here what I am using here is using the Google. Okay, so this is my dashboard. When you register with all your credentials, okay, so already I have registered, so that's why straight away it came to my dashboard. Otherwise, no, if you are registering newly, right? If you're registering newly, it will be asking some basic information, and of the basic information that will give you, create an account for you. There is a dashboard, a file link for you in this portal. So this is my dashboard. You could be able to see my email ID. When you are created, your mail ID also will be looking like this. Okay, just I'm clicking here. So here my courses. So whatever the courses you are registering, the courses will be available over here, different course. Suppose I want to enter into one particular course, I want to just browse through it now. You can see a button like the all courses. Okay, the top part you can see the all courses. You can just click it. Okay. So when you just click it, no, it will be opening a page where what are the courses that are being offered right now. Okay, offered right now, and you also get the archive. So what is being offered earlier, and you cover other things, right? 1 second, it's getting something. You can able to see the window, no? No problem. It's loading, right?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay. 1 second. Take some time, right? So just you can browse through different categories of course, other things, so you can use it. Okay, shall I think it's taking too much of time. But what I wanted to show in this particular demo, in this particular page means, okay, thing is that there are different courses that are being offered right now. Right now, in the SWAYAM platform, will be displaying it. Okay, in the left-hand corner, you can see filter option. So in the filter option means you can select the courses according to your choices. Okay, for example, I want to have only management courses now. Okay, so I wanted to register a course developed by only IMD, or I want a course developed by only this. Now I can choose the national coordinator options, and in national coordinator operation, all these persons, all these national coordinators buttons, link will be there. When I click that, I can get the courses offered by that particular national coordinator. or I want to go for no, I want to go based on the week's duration, because 4-week duration, 6-week duration, 12 weeks, 8 weeks, or 16 weeks, 24 weeks. So likewise, you have different options. I don't have the time. I want to complete a 4-week course, 8-week course only. In this semester, I got to complete. I got to make my student. I cannot go for 24 weeks. It is not possible for me. If you think like that, now a filter will be there related to the duration of the week courses. You can click it and you can go for it. Okay. Or sometimes the faculty member. Now I want to study only the course which is being developed by such faculty. Okay, that PD Josh. PD Josh is the person who is very good at the strategy management subject in IIMB. I want to learn from him only. Suppose when you want to specifically study one particular faculty course, now even you can choose the faculty course, you can go for it. Right. So likewise, when you just click on it, you will get the n number of the list of courses that are being offered in Swayam platform. You can see here all these things. I told so filters, when you see the national coordinators, all the national coordinators will be here. When you just course duration, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 15 weeks, 16 weeks, 24 weeks, you can have it. And when you see the course exam date, this also we must be very cautious enough. Okay, because though you can be able to enter into so many number of courses, but it is possible for you to write exams on a given day. No, you can write only for the maximum 2 exams, the morning session or in the afternoon session. Suppose you have selected 4 courses, all the 4 courses they fall at the same day. Now, it's not at all possible to write all the 4 courses because it cannot be, what do you say, it will be clashing, isn't it? So accordingly, you have to select it. So this date wise, I want to go for it. For example, Sunday, September 26 is I'm free. I'm not free on the other days. So what are the courses that are being offered having an exam date as a September 26? We just see that now these are the courses being offered. You can write the examination on this particular date. Okay, so likewise, you can use the filters. You can write, you identify the courses. Sometimes course credits also you can go for it, or you can go for some category in the sense whether you're looking for humanities, science, engineering, technology, architecture, or management, commerce, or annual air petty, right? All those things. So as a management faculty, suppose I want to know what are the different courses being offered in management commerce. Let us take this. Okay. When I just click on that, I'll be getting the different courses related to the management field. Business analytics, data mining, and business sustainable development, corporate social responsibility, okay, KASC accreditation modeling. Almost all the courses are being developed by NPTEL. Okay, so all these courses are being developed by NPTEL, right? Sometimes you can go for, no, I want to learn from not only for NPTEL, I want to know what are the courses being offered by IIMB. Okay, so when you just click on the intelligence of management, so far they are not offered any courses for this particular semester. So the course list is not coming over here. Okay, so let me go back to the not IIMB, but all. Okay, I'm just going for all. When I click all, and the filter is management commerce subject now, so I'm getting all these subjects. Okay, so any one of the participants, please name your course where we can just look into the course. Corporate social responsibility, corporate commodity derivative, KASC accreditation modeling. You just name your course, we can just look into what is there in it. Entrepreneurship, your choice. Introduction.
Knowledge management.
Knowledge management. When Madam has referred knowledge management, she's interested on that. So when you browse the contest note, she identified that NPTEL is offering knowledge management, which is being developed by IIT Kharagpur. They are the host institution. Okay. The course coordinator is Professor KBL Srivastava, and he is the person who developed this thing. Now I am interested in. Okay, let me check out. So what is this knowledge management course about? Other things about. So I'm clicking on it. When I clicked on it, take some time, it's rolling. Yeah. The course page will open like this. Okay. So knowledge management, IIT Kharagpur. And so far, say as Madam is interested, there are so many parents. 790 learners are interested in this course, and they have joined this course. They have enrolled into this course. Okay. And the course status is upcoming. It is not yet started. Course type is selective one. Duration 8 weeks. Start date 26 July this month. End date 17 September. Exam date 26 September. Enrollment ends by 22nd August. Category, it comes to the management studies under humanities and social sciences. Credit, it is a 2 credit one. Level, undergraduate level. Okay. So this is something you see here also they are giving it is an AACT approved FDP course. Okay. There are some courses which is being approved by AACT, and even profile adding, you can very well state that this is AACT approved one. They accept this for your what is it, CSR things, right? Okay. And here they are giving some basic introduction. But see, these are the standard components in any SWAYAM courses. You just get into any SWAYAM courses, you can see all these details. It's a standard template like, okay, summary of the courses and following a different social media action, introductory like the video, the introduction about the particular thing, right? So again, the prerequisite, just if you click the introductory video now, the course quadrant will be talking, not, yeah. Whether the audience is,
It's not audible, sir.
not, normally it is not audible, cannot be done.
Okay.
That's why I just put it forward. Right. So likewise,
Okay,
the concerned faculty who developed the particular course, no, he is the chemistry person. He is a professor in the IIT Kharagpur. He has developed this course. So the learner is getting an opportunity to mingle with the Srivastava. A person who is in the Salem, who is at the Erode, who is at the different any places, no, they have the opportunity to interact with this person through this particular course. So that is the privilege we are getting in, right? So again, they are giving some introduction about the course, maybe the transcription, what is talking about it. So what are the things different? The transcription will be giving here, and they're talking about prerequisites. There is no any prerequisites, okay? And they're also saying the scope of this particular course. Industries will recognize this particular course when you go for some job profile, okay? And this is a course layout. When it is 8 weeks courses, so what are the contents being covered in all the 8 weeks? Here you can see this and different resources, what your references, what you have used, and the biodata of the instructor. All these things you can see here, and the course certificate, how it is being, when the examination is being conducted, what are the criteria is being done over there for the assignments and for the graded quiz, other things and all. So here they will give everything. And if at all you want to be considered a past one in a particular SWAYAM courses now, so what should be your course? What should the score of yours? So maximum 40 out of 100 you shall score, out of which 30 out of 75 you should have scored in the. But this is a common. This is common for almost every courses. Slightly difference will give anything, right? So in the exam, final proctored exam, you should have scored a 30 out of 75 marks, and in the assignments you should have scored a 10 out of 25. Put together, you should have scored 40 100. So, for example, in examination, I scored a 40, but I scored only 18, 25. Now, again, you are deemed to be failed only. Okay, because this is a minimum criteria, it should secure in the assignment. This is a minimum criteria, it should secure in the audience side. Final proctored exam. Put together, minimum 40, you should have got it. Okay, so likewise, this is developed by NPTEL, so they are coming in all this thing. All this information you can get out of this particular course material. So when you want to identify the course, go there, just look into different options. When you see some courses, when you feel that may be relevant to you, identify a particular course or just get into this course, you can get all this information. You take up all these things and you put it across, and for your board of studies, other things that you can go for it. Okay, as an individual sick, what I'm saying, so madam has said no, she just went all through this thing. She is very much happy. Okay, this is a knowledge management content I wanted to learn, particularly from IIT Kharagpur, this particular professor. I'm happy about that. So you felt like this. So what you said, just you click the join button. Okay, very simple. When you create a dashboard thing, so here these things will appear here. When you are registering newly, no, this is the what they will be asking for you first. Okay, you have to fill all those things. So since I have registered earlier, again they are displaying my profile over here. They're asking me, okay, whenever you are registering to your course, this will appear. You have to complete review it, and here two things are there. I agree to SWAYAM terms and condition and the honor code you are accepting. When you say that it's okay, then you are again you are looking into all the content, then you are very happy about that. Now you are reviewing it and you want to join it. Just click review and join. That's it. So thank you for registering for the course. Click the announcement tab for important information. Okay, so I have registered. This particular exam. Again, I'll be getting all the information related to the course over here. Aram say, just you take your own time. You just go through all these things and all. Keep a log book. Just go along with the what is the course outline or this announcement. Every now and then you get the information through your email. No need to worry about that. Whenever you are being, or otherwise frequently you just visit your dashboard. See here, my dashboard is here, bharatiprince@gmail.com. You just let us into that. So this is what. So I registered to the course, everything is fine. You come back here. However, we can use for the blended learning, I just have to tell you, right? So this is my dashboard. I'm also spoke, a single point of contact for one university. So that's why spoke admin there is different. And my profile is there, my courses. I'm just clicking it. When I just click the my courses option, no, whatever the courses I have enrolled, I'm just getting into, I could able to see all these things, right? So these are the courses I have enrolled and I have just going for it. For example, let me go for a digital marketing. Okay. Digital marketing. The same topic can be covered by different persons also, right? Okay. Okay, anything you want. So you can see here, knowledge management. The course what I have joined here now, just I have, that will be listed over here. And the course what I have completed, that can be seen in the next things. Okay. So digital marketing, academic writing, academic research writing, content development. For all these things, I have got certificates also. Okay. So that is all. See, I have registered in the digital marketing. For example, I'm just going to the course. When it just goes to this course, right? So this course is being developed by Tejinder Pal Singh from Punjab University. Okay, so really a very good course, and for week content, okay, everything. So these are things I will see. Whenever you click on your dashboard, no, when you just see this, it is well understood that okay, if it is a blue button, you have read the course, you are browse the content, that is show like this. Okay, if you are not touched upon, for example, I didn't touch the quiz now, so that will be empty like this only. So what are things you have touched upon, so that will be showing as a blue button. Okay. So likewise, week 2, week 3, other things and all. Right. So what I have done, I am very much interested in digital marketing. This is a trendy one, but so far we are not have such a course over there. But the students are asking for that. They are very much interested in this particular course. So what I am going to do, I just identify a course that is more relevant for me, relevant for the students. I enroll into the courses. So here also I made the students to go for a particular registering for this particular course. I also registered it, and here I am making use of whatever the content is coming with it. Right about. Okay, I just have to show an example demo only. How I have used it, right? Just see here. Whatever things, if I done it now, the video, other things and all, digital marketing, right? All the modules, all the works I have done, all the contents I have just went for it. So if you just for keyword, what are the modules we have discussed about it, and the PDF we have shared, everything I'll be having in more hand. So when I go for search engine optimization, when I want to have this in my class, when I want to teach my class now, I can use the material, what I have learned from this pretty digital marketing class into my own class. Okay, so the students is getting input, not only my own input, but along with that, he's also getting the input from what? Tejinder Pal Singh sir, his presentation. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so all the videos, all the transcripts, all the quiz, how he is taking the classes, how he is guiding, how he is directing. So all this input I could able to take from him. I could able to use his videos. I could able to, he had come with a lot of references videos also. So everything I could able to just use in my okay, everything I could able to use in my own teaching learning process so that I can make my teaching learning process much more meaningful and interesting for. Okay, so this is just a demo I'm just showing to you. If you just practice it, because of past 2.5 years, no, so from 2018-19 onwards, I'm trying this. At the initial stage, I was struggling, and still I'm learning. Definitely, different perspectives, different learnings. Now, even it is a big learning for me. Definitely, that will help me a lot in my own teaching learning process. Okay, fellow colleagues. So that's what I'm just insisting on that. So when you could able to use these free resources, SWAYAM courses are very much free. You could able to access every content, any content. You can just what I say, use the resources also by giving proper reference, and you can very well use the teaching learning process also. Okay, so that is how we can use the SWAYAM courses for the blended learning. Also for the teaching learning process as a blended learning tool. I am using my own face-to-face method. The same time, I'm using the technology or the courses, the content that are available in the online, that is available in the SWAYAM platform as e-resources. I'm taking those resources, different 4 quadrants or things, so the same quizzes, the same graded things. With the reference, I could able to use the same resources over here, right? So when I'm blending these together, I could able to easily reach the students. Even the way how he has developed, I could able to develop my own content and I could able to help the students. Okay, so this is how we could able to make these SWAYAM courses as a blended learning tool in our teaching learning process. Okay, fine. So if you have any doubt, clarification, this one I just wanted to share with you in this short span of time. If you have any clarification or doubts to be asked related to this SWAYAM concept, you can very well ask me right now, or we can hand it over the session to the organizers.
Dear participants, if you have any queries, you can post it in the chat box or you can raise your hand and post your queries.
No queries, sir? The madam has raised a question. As you raise the hand, seems to be. Yes, madam. You can unmute and you can ask the question, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for a very informative session. Sir, actually want to ask, sir, am I audible?
Yeah, please, very much audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. I want to ask that.
From my laptop or desktop, just open Chrome browser and search Blue.
Sir, in this pandemic situation, what is the criteria of sitting for the examinations? Is it being conducted online, or do we need to go to some particular place to sit for the examination?
You have to go physically, go to a particular place, and there will be a designated place will be there. That's why they called as a proctored exam. Okay, so a campus will be there. You'll be you'll be writing your own examination under some surveillance. Right? Surveillance means using what do you say? Whatever things you are writing now, you'll be monitored by, you'll be observed by the particular agency. Because National Testing Agency is the sole agency which is conducting exams right now. So from your home, from your thing, online examination is not possible, ma'am. You have to go to a place and you have to write the exam. Okay?
So what would be, sir, the distance? Means within how much kilometer would be within the place where I am staying in?
Ma'am, there is no such things, ma'am. Actually, the NTA or the particular national coordinator, they decide the examination place based on the enrollment in the particular arena, ma'am. For example, I will tell you that most of our university students, different department students, they write the examination nearby places only. For certain courses, take care of the courses very limited in your own district, in your own region. So they all the way they travel nearly 150 kilometers to Trichy. Apart from Trichy, they went there, they wrote the exam, and they came back. Okay, so depending upon the number of course takers, the examination center will be fixed up. But that problem is slowly it is coming down since more awareness, more people started to take the SWAYAM examination. So they could able to identify some place, nearby places alone, ma'am. So they give the choices to you. Option 1, option 2, option 3. So nearby places you can very well choose, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Actually, in this pandemic situation, this is a problem for moving from one place to another. Thank you, sir.
Yes. The pandemic will go away, ma'am. Pandemic will go away, but this change will be for another 5 to 6 years. This will be the pattern of our teaching learning process.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome. Thank you. Any other questions, sir?
Sir, in agreeing terms and conditions, what is honor code?
Honor code. So you, as I said, no. So normally, ma'am, I will not misuse the information given over there. I will not use it for the commercial purpose. See, I have taken the input from Tejinder Singh sir efforts. Okay, but I'm using only for my teaching learning process only. But if I'm using from any commercial purpose or selling those and converting to CDs or selling this, or making it as a profitable venture, something, then it is what do you say? It is not acceptable, right? Again, when you are being exposed to different other participants also. Okay, so again, you have to abide by the rules. Something they used to have something, but on our code, normally what we have for regular classes, the same thing apply for the swim coursework.
Okay, thank you.
But this is the first question I mean, it's being asked related to that particular concept. Certainly, I will go through the what are the terms and conditions of what they are asking for it, and I'll just get back to you. Right? Okay.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions to be asked, sir? If not, so shall we wind up the session, sir? Vishnu, sir? Hello.
Thank you, sir. The session was more informative. It is only with the gratitude that life becomes rich. Now I request Ms. Vanitha ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration with Computer Application, to propose the vote of thanks.
One second, let me complete, ma'am. So really, I'm very much thankful to the college management and all the HODs and the faculty members for giving this wonderful opportunity. I'm also very happy with the participants. Okay, so you raised some questions also, and thanks for your passion and thanks for the opportunity. And certainly, teaching is a very noble profession when you make it as a when you equip yourself, right? When you equip yourself much more stronger, when you go with the trend, definitely we could able to play a bigger role in nurturing the students in for better society also, right? So be happy to be with this noble profession. Let us rock, right? So thank you again. Thanks all. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Please, ma'am, you can vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this FDP session to all dignitaries connected online here. I would like to thank our resource person, Dr. R. Subramania Bharati, Associate Professor of Management Studies, Periyar University, who fulfilled this session with his knowledge in ILM Courses. I would like to thank our beloved correspondent, principal, head of the departments, FDP organizers, faculties, and participants for making this session as a success. Once again, I thank one and all. Thank you.
Sir, Sumati here, sir.
Please, madam.
Very nice sessions, sir. Very informative. So I have completed 2 SWAYAM courses, sir. So really, I know the benefit of this courses.
Great.
As you said, each and every faculty members, they have to go on with this SWAYAM courses where we can enrich our knowledge.
Great.
So it was really a very for them, because many of them, they hesitate to go into the portal itself. It may be a long process. So it was a very nicely illustrated by user, how to log in, what is the information that will be there in the portal, etc. Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with us, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for the compliment. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Shall I take leave, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So
thank you,
again,
sir.
thanks to all. Thank you very much. And it was a pleasure for me to associate with all. Thank you very much. Thank you. With all your permission, I'm just leaving the platform.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Professor. I must special thanks to Vishwan sir for giving this. Thank you, Professor. Thank you.